morning student. Today's session we are discuss about periodic classification of elements, in which now topic only discuss about the properties of metals. Just already we know discuss about the what is meant by metal. Now discussing only the properties of metals. The first of all the physical properties. The physical properties, first of all the physical state. Already we know very well all metals are just exist in solid state in room temperature except mercury and gallium, in which mercury and gallium exist at room temperature only in liquid state. So that's why here the physical state, the most of the metals are exist in solid state. Here mercury and gallium excepted cases. Okay student. Then laser. The lazarous property means just the all metals have a metallic laser. Metallic laser means just the shining property. Just here this represent the laser. Then go to hardness. Hardness means the metals are generally, the usually metal have the property hardness and strong. Now let us consider iron, then zinc rod, anyone. Now let us consider here have a good property. Good property means the high strength, wooden strength. So here the hardness, all metals have strong and hardness property. But here also they accept sodium and potassium. Already we know very well the sodium and potassium present in group number 1. It is generally called alkali metals. So here the sodium and potassium compared with the other metals, this have just softness. Softness means we can easily cut with knife. So here accept sodium and potassium. The other cases, the all metals have the high hardness and strong. Then only move to melting and the boiling point. The melting and boiling point, the metals are already we know very well very hard and strong. Therefore usually the metal have high melting and the boiling point. They accept already we know two cases, the mercury and the gallium. Mercury and the gallium have low melting point because soft and other, so it is easily say exist in room temperature liquid state. So here melting and boiling point, the metals are very high compared with the mercury, gallium, sodium, then potassium, the accepted cases. Okay student. Then next one, fifth properties, density. The metals are usually, the most of metals are high density. Here also some cases accepted. Which is some cases accepted here? The potassium and the sodium, less density compared with the water. Suppose this potassium and the sodium pour into water, they easily come out the upper level. The upper level means they float in the surface of water. Why the potassium and the sodium come close to the surface of water? Because the less density compared with the water. Therefore the easily the sodium and the potassium, the two cases easily come out from the surface of water. Okay student. Then ductility. The ductility property means the easily it is converted to wire without breaking. Now let us consider the cold converted to easily just the thin wires. Then iron, some cases the easily we can convert it to wire, the thin wires without breaking. So the most of the metals have the ductility. Then malleability. The malleability means it is easily converted to thin sheet, without cracking. Suppose here some accepted cases, the zinc does not convert it to thin sheet. Okay, zinc are easily converted to thin rod also, but does not possible to convert to thin sheet. Then go to conduction of heat and electricity. Already we know very well Here the conductivity of heat and electricity. The metals easily flow through them or allowed the flow of electric current, then flow of heat. So that's why here the metals have, all metals have the properties conduction of the heat and electricity. Okay student, then last one, the solubility. Here it is impossible, the one metal dissolved in a liquid solvent, it is not possible to soluble. Why here not possible to soluble? The most of the metal, they are otherwise easily say the all metals, they does not dissolved in liquid solvent, the important one. So the metals are does not dissolved in liquid solvent. Okay student, here this one discuss about the physical properties of metals. Which are physical properties of metals? Just here discuss about 9 points. The first one, physical state, then lesser, then hardness, then melting point, then density, ductility, malleability, conduction of heat and electricity, then one, solubility. These properties are the physical properties of metal. Okay student, then we are more to discuss about chemical properties. They also here present the just 5 chemical properties. The first one, valence electron. Already you know very well what is mean by valence electron. Already we know. Just now let us consider one of the atom. The center of the atom is called a nucleus. Here we represent the outermost shell. This shell is called valence shell. The outermost shell is called valence shell. Some electron present here. The valence shell containing electron is called valence electron. Here very important, here the valence electron is only participate the bond formation or just easily loss electron. Already we know the valence electron means here the most of metals only 1, 2 or 3 electrons just present the valence shell. These 3 electrons easily lost, then converted to positive charge. Therefore generally we can say the all metals are the positive charge. How it is possible converted to positive charge? The outermost shell containing electron easily removed, then converted to positive charge. Simply we can say the positive charge means just the excess of proton present in the nucleus. They already the neutral atom have equal number of protons and electrons. Here some amount of just energy due to one of the atom, the outermost shell containing electron, that is called a valence electron. This valence electron easily just loss, then converted here the equal number of proton and electron present in neutral atom, then just loss one electron, then converted to positive charge. This positive charge they represent the excess of proton. We can easily say, we suppose the +1 oxidation state, excess of 1 proton, 2 plus oxidation state, just excess of 2 proton. We can easily compare here the charge, the positive charge means increases 1 by 1, they also the number of proton increase compared with the electron. Okay student, then formation of ions. Already we know the formation of ions. The formation of ions means here we are discuss only metals. So metal means only the form positive ion. How it is possible positive ion? Now we are, let us consider M. M means just one of the metal. Here some amount of energy absorbed. What happened here? This metal converted to M plus. Just here plus represent, this is called positive ion. Plus what happened here? Just lost 1 electron. So this is called the formation of ions. The formation of ions means the most of metals, not most of metals, the all metals just lost electron, then converted to positive charge ion. It is called the positive ion charge ion is called the metal ion. Here what happened here? Just the outermost shell containing electron get lost, then only here created positive charge. So therefore it is called the positive ion. All metals are which charge positive ion or negative ion possible, only positive ion. Why here positive ion? Just the outermost electron get lost, so therefore here create positive charge. Already I told you the positive charge just represent the excess of proton here present the center of the atom. It is called the nucleus. So excess of proton here, therefore here denoted only positive charge. Okay student, then we are going to discuss about discharge of ions. The discharge of ions means, now let us consider the electrolysis process. What is meant by electrolysis? The electrolysis means nothing but here just the, now let us consider one of the compound. The compound dissociated, then converted to the opposite charge ions goes to opposite electrode. The electrolysis process means the opposite ions migrate towards to the opposite electrode. So already we know the opposite ions means metal ion is positive charge. Therefore this positive charge ion deposit in cathode. Why the positive charge metal ion deposit in cathode? Because the electrolysis process here anode, this one cathode, anode positive charge, cathode negative charge. Here this electrolysis process occur when just oxidation and the reduction process, nothing but the chemical changes occur here. The oxidation means the oxidation occur in anodic part, the reduction occur in cathodic part. Cathode represent negative charge, anode represent positive charge. Already we know the discharge of ion means the metal ion, the positive charge. So the positive charge metal ion deposit in cathode. Therefore the metal ion discharge of ion means the positive charge containing metal ion discharge in cathode. Why here cathode? The cathode negative charge, the metal ion positive charge, the positive charge metal ion deposit on cathode. Okay student? Okay, then only go to atomicity. The atomicity means the all metals exist in monoatomic in the gaseous state. Now let us consider the potassium. The potassium we are just heated, just this potassium converted to or goes to gaseous state or vapor state. Just here the individual atoms, the atoms, the monoatomicity. Monoatomicity means the mono means only exist in a single atom, does not combine with the others. So that's why it is called the molecule of metals just exist their vapor state or gaseous state, only monoatomic. That's why it is called the metals are monoatomic. Atomicity is how much? Just as 1. Okay student, then only goes to nature of oxides. Generally usually the metal oxides are basic in nature. The basic in nature means just one of the metal combined with the non-metal. We can easily consider the sodium peroxide. Sodium peroxide. Here the sodium metal, oxide non-metals. So the metal combined with the non-metal. It is called generally one of the compound. Here just the positive charge, more electropositive sodium, more electronegative charge oxygen, then combine, it is form a compound. So the nature of the oxide means here just the most of the metal are all metal oxides in basic in nature. So it is called the nature of the oxide. Okay student, here chemical properties we are discuss about. The first one valence electron, then formation of ions, then discharge of ions, then atomicity, then last one nature of oxides. Okay student, this topic we must concentrate here the chemical properties. Why chemical properties the most concentrate here? Just may arise the question 1 mark oriented. The valence electron for the generally ask the metal how much, 1, 2 or 3. What is mean by valence shell? Valence shell means the outermost shell is called valence shell. This valence shell containing electron is called valence electron. And then formation of ions, the metal which it is possible the formation ion, cation or anion, question may arise the positive ion. So the most of metals are not most of metal, the all metals are positive charge, so that easily lost their outermost electrons. Okay students, then only goes to atomicity. Atomicity means the all metals exist their vapor state monoatomic. Monoatomic means all metals are exist in their vapor state, just individual, does not combine with another metal. Therefore it is called atomicity, means exist in individual atom. Therefore it is called atomicity for metals 1. Okay student, then nature of oxides. Their nature of oxides means all oxides are basic in nature. The metal oxides are basic in nature. So okay, the non-metal oxides of non-metals is called acidic in nature. Okay student, here in which discuss about the just physical and chemical properties of metals. So we must concentrate thoroughly. These topics are important to ask or question may arise, the 1 mark oriented. You must concentrate thoroughly. Okay student, today topic we have finished. Then we will next class discuss about the other topic. Okay student.